Big hello to my viewers out there, and we're back to our annual episode of I Love the 80s. I'm Mike and I'm here with my co-host Ben.
Morning, Mike. What a lovely year we have to discuss here. 1986, what a special time for me.
Not only do we not care, Ben, but we don't have time for that today. We'll get to that another time.
To start off our recap of 1986, we'll dive into political affairs. Commonly known conflict in the 1986 era was the Iran-Contra affair. This is when Reagan's administration supplied weapons to the sworn enemy of Iran, securing the release of American hostages in Lebanon.
Scary stuff, Ben. However, this year Reagan also made some questionable decisions. He made it illegal to hire or recruit illegal immigrants with his famous Immigration Reform and Control Acts. However, illegal immigrants who entered the United States before January 1st, 1982.
We see this today. This is a very controversial topic we see in today's crowd. We'll be moving on to domestic events in 1986, but right after these short messages.
To begin with our domestic talks, I must say I'm surprised, and it still amazes me that it took the United States 18 years to create a national holiday for our civil rights leader, Martin Luther King Jr.
Mike, why don't we take it easy now?
I'm coming off in a negative way because he deserved to have a holiday the following year after his assassination because of all the positive things he did for the African American community and what he accomplished and how he changed the world, or the country at least.
I do agree with that. Dr. Martin Luther King became the predominant leader in the civil rights movement to end racial segregation and discrimination in America during the 1950s and the 60s, and leading to spokesperson for nonviolent methods of achieving social change. And now down to our field reporter, Rob.
Another domestic event that took place in 1986 was the Challenger space explosion. Here's some footage.
So the 25th Space Shuttle mission is now on the way after more delays than NASA cares to count. This morning it looked as though they were not going to be able to get off.
1 minute 15 seconds, velocity 2,900 feet per second, altitude 9 nautical miles, downrange distance 7 nautical miles.
Looks like a couple of the solid rocket boosters blew away from the side of the shuttle in an explosion.
Flight controllers here looking very carefully at the situation. Obviously a major malfunction. We have no downlink.
And now back to Mike and Ben for some social reports.
Sports, always an interesting topic to discuss. It's been around for so many years. Speaking of so many years, you still got it, Mike?
I don't know, let's see. Hey, Brenda. Hey!
You win some, you lose some, alright, Mike? Alright, let's get back to sports.
Anywho, there was a new heavyweight champion of the world at the time, and his name was Mike Tyson. It took that man 2 rounds to knock out Trevor Berbick to become the youngest heavyweight champion of the world.
I hear you, Mike. Even at such a young age, he created his legacy from the start of his career, with only more to come, including his ear bite later in his career.
That was one dude I would have never messed with.
And now for a quick foreign report. 1986 was also the year of the horrible Chernobyl meltdown in the Soviet Union. Here's some graphic images of the area.
Up until 1986, the economy was on the rapid rise from the past wars.
Ah, the economy. Money, money, money. It's all the world cares about these days.
Where's silver when you need him, am I right? But it's more than just money, Mike. The sharp decline in oil prices hammered the energy industry, vaporizing more than 150,000 jobs in 1986 alone.
Wow, I guess this is really your topic, huh, Ben?
Yo, but there's more. There's more, big guy.
Alright, Ben.
Reagan's tax reform of 1986, the revenue neutrality achieved by offsetting tax cuts for individuals by eliminating $60 billion in annual tax credits.
Wow. Now let's get to Rapido Styles with his editorial on 1986.
Overall, the year 1986 was not the worst or the best for the United States. Ronald Reagan's tax reform helped the economy, especially because we were coming back from the early 1980s recession. However, the sharp decline of oil prices took many jobs away from the oil and gas industry. We finally recognized Martin Luther King Jr. for his accomplishments, and Ronald Reagan also found out a way to handle illegal immigration in our country. 1986 should be a year that we should remember in American history. Although there are many bad things that happened, there are also many good things that happened. I'm Rob, and you're watching I Love the 80s. Catch us next time.